All right, what up? It's Ruben from TGE. In today's video, I want to talk to you about how to be profitable, how to make money trading options, whether they're puts or calls. And if you do this by the end of the year, you will be a profitable trader if you know how to master this one thing. Okay. But before I tell you how to do that, okay, let's go over the wins as per usual. Let me make this smaller. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah, if one, I'm taking a poll to see what kind of content folks want to see more of. So if there's something that you want to put your input on, come join the community channel, which I'll put a link in the description, and just put in your vote. Okay, it's free. It literally says TGE free. All right, today's wins. Uh, okay, Asian, we all won like 80% on options for sound. I literally made a video on this probably like yesterday or just whatever. And this thing took off today. It opened up like a 7%. It was just massive win. 80%, 104% with runners, and the shares are up 17%. I just want to okay, I say, and all you have to do is watch yesterday's video. If you took the trade, congratulations. This is what preparation looks like. Let's keep rolling. And again, Agent made a nice win of 70% in one day. That's awesome. So happy for him. All right, so I want to go over something like, and this is gonna tie into like how to be profitable, right? Like over a long period of time. Like that's what you want to do when you're trading. It's not about a single trade defining your performance, right? It's look how many trades I took a loss on. 70%, 7% loss on shares. Shares was 2.9%, but then on shares alone, and shares are always a heavier play for me. You know, we scored 17% on the shares for sound. This made up more than my losses on shares. And I'm still holding like 80% of my position here. I still think sound has more to go. All right. So like how do you do this? How do you do this with options as well too? Because we have options too. And we scored 104%. Like how do you become profitable at trading? Let's go over this. All right. There's something here called expectancy. Actually, I want to show you this. Yesterday, because of that streak loss, it took me down to 50%. I was almost at 54% YTD performance, but it took me down to 50%. And with today's wins, it's definitely going to be back up higher. All right, enough of that. If you want to trade with me and stuff, and you want to like be part of this, I'll put a link in the description for you to join the Telegram group. All right. How to become profitable, how to make money, trading options, right? That's what we want to figure out. How do you make money making call options so you can do this for a living maybe, right? Okay, there's something called expectancy. Another word that you're probably used to hearing is risk versus reward, okay? But expectancy is a much better formula. It's the average amount you expect to gain or lose per trade over the long run. Okay. And this can be summarized with this formula. Expectancy equals win rate times average win, right? Parentheses, PAMDAS, minus loss rate versus average loss. And the reason this is important to know is because high win rate does not guarantee success. And this is one of our main core focus inside the Telegram group or inside the TGE Max group as well too. We focus on high win rate. Everybody gets my high. We focus not on high win rate, but also low win rate doesn't guarantee failure. So we focus on risk versus reward. Okay. That is what is key. Because again, why is it important? Because a high win rate doesn't guarantee success and a low win rate doesn't guarantee failure. Okay. And it just goes to show, this is a great example. Again, yesterday's recap, right? Loss, loss, loss in the options. 13% loss, 23% loss, 23% loss. right? It's about 40, 50-ish, maybe 60% loss. But the win on sound made up for all of that losses. And that's also into consideration that your position sizing is on point and consistent trade after trade. Okay. So that's really, really important to know. Okay. Risk versus reward. My reward was so great that it crushed it. It made me back my losses and more. Okay. Now I'm going to give you an example here because I wrote some examples here. So that's the simple formula, right? So I want to give you an example here of a high win rate. I'm going to put this down. Of a high win rate, and negative expectancy. What does this look like? Okay, so here's an example. Let's say you have a win rate of 80% and your average win is $100. Just as an example, right? Let's put that here. Okay, $100. Okay, and your loss rate is 20%. The average loss is $600. So let's do the expectancy. Like, what is the expectancy here? Expectancy equals 0.8 times 100 minus PEMDAS, right? 0.02 times 600. Okay, times 600. And this is going to be equal $80, right? Minus $120. Okay, what does that mean? Your expectancy is now minus $40 per trade. Whoops, not minus 30, minus 40 per trade. Okay, so you're losing, right? A negative expectancy. That means the reason this didn't work out is because your risk versus reward ratio wasn't high enough. Okay, so and more than likely, you probably also have bad position sizing, right? If your average loss is greater than your average win, you will lose even with a high win rate. I used to be in this boat, and guess what? It sucked. I lost a lot of money. Okay, there's a lot of people on the internet who brag about high win rates, but their risk versus reward ratio is not very good. Okay, every time we take a trade, even when it comes to shares and even options, we're aiming for a ticker that can move 14 to 30% in the upcoming weeks or months. Okay, and we capture that entire movement. And if we lose, which we'll lose often because it's about a 50% win rate, anywhere from 50 to 60%. If we lose, then we lose on that stock moving down, maybe 3 to 4% on average, right? That makes a lot of sense. And that's what everybody should be aiming for. This is one reason why a lot of traders cannot be profitable. And this has to do with a lot with your strategy as well, too. Like, your strategy has to accommodate for this type of positive expectancy. Okay, so you need to have a high win rate. Sorry, not a high win rate. A good risk versus reward ratio, anywhere from pretty much what we're aiming for is 1, maybe like 1 to 10. 1 to 17, something like that. Okay, this one. Let's do another example here. Low win rate with positive expectancy. So what can we expect here? Let's just update these numbers here. We're just gonna put it right here. Okay. Let's say the win rate is 40%. Your average win is 300. Your loss rate is 60%. Okay, but your average loss is $100. Now let's just change up these values right here, right? We'll say 40 and the average win is 300. And then right here, this would be 6, right, for 60%, and it's $100. Okay, so then the math here would be about $120 minus 60. Okay, and so now your expectancy is plus $60. 120 minus 60 is $60 per trade. And you only did this with a 40% win rate during that time. But you're consistently profitable. Your average win is much higher than your average loss. This is how you have a positive year-to-date performance. Okay? That's how it works. This is the big secret. You achieve this when you have a strategy, and not just, it doesn't mean just on the chart or on the option or the stock. It means also in risk management. Okay, don't forget that. Okay, because a lot of folks will YOLO their goddamn account and then blow it all up. So even if you have a good RVR, risk versus reward, your position sizing, if it's not on point, it doesn't even matter. You're going to blow it up. Okay? So this is it. Low win rate, positive expectancy, you come out profitable. This is why, again, traders with only 50, sometimes you'll see it, 50% win rates still grow their accounts. And even with those people that have like 70, 80% win rate and they still end up blowing it up, it's because the expectancy is really your edge. That is how you make money trading options, whether they're calls or puts. You just have a strategy, a holistic strategy that says, like, you gotta have these check marks. Okay. Good entry. It really is a simple. Good stop. Good exits, of course, right? That's part of the RVR. And also, you gotta have good risk management. This is the part that, man, I'm gonna show you something here. I went to the votes. One, risk management. Okay, this is what, if you don't, you can have a good RVR, but if you don't have this goes to crap. This doesn't even work. X. If this is gone, this is an X. Don't even trade. Don't even trade, honestly. But that's it. Okay, this is how you win. This is why a lot of the traders inside TGE have a high, we make a lot of money. We win a lot. We can have losing trades back to back, but our winners really take us to the next level. It catapults us up back to either like back to neutral or back to new all-time highs. So, and this is about doing it for the long run. Okay, it's not just like a 1-day thing or a 2-day thing. Like, this is day in, day out, year after year. This is how you make trading a thing. Okay, this is exactly why one of the members here, let me see if I could pop it up. Was it here? No, this is why, where is he? Yeah, this is why Sewell was able to turn a $1,700 account to $50K in a little more than a year. That's it, So that's what I teach. And if you want to learn this too, if you want me to teach you this, how we do this, I'll put some link in the description. Check it out. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.